Okay, let's go over homework 3.5, number 4. Right? So why don't we take the derivative of both sides of the equation with respect to x. Right? So since there are two things multiplied together, so we're going to have to use a product rule. So derivative of e to the y would be e to the y multiplied by dy over dx. So that's a chain rule there. Times the second guy, which is cosine of x, plus first guy is e to the y, right, times derivative of cosine is negative sine of x, right? Then we need to take the derivative of the right-hand side. Derivative of right-hand side 2 is 0. And derivative of sine of xy would be derivative of sine is cosine. Right, leave the inside function as it is, so xy, right? But the chain rule, multiply by derivative inside. Again, we have to use the product rule, so it's going to be derivative of x is 1 times the second y plus x, first guy, times derivative of the second, so which is dy over dx. Right? So we have that. Then what you need to do is you put the terms that has dy over dx on the left hand side and everyone else on the other side. So let's do that. All right. So since we're going to have all the terms with dy over dx, so I'm going to just go ahead and factor out the dy over dx here. All right. So we have this term right here, first term, that has dy over dx. So I'll write it as e to the x, sorry, e to the y, cosine of x, right? Then dy over dx is factored out, right? Then you have cosine of xy times x times dy over dx. So this guy right here, and bring it over to the other side, becomes negative x cosine of xy. All right, so we have that. All right, so that will take care we took care of those two terms, and everything else is going to be on the other side. So I'm going to write it as, so this guy on the other side becomes, so it's a negative e to the y sine of x becomes positive e to the y sine of x, right? Then you have plus y times cosine of xy, right? So that's this term right there. All right, then we took care of everyone. So all you have to do is divide through by that big quantity, e to the y cosine of x minus x cosine of xy, right? So that way we can isolate dy over dx as e to the y sine of x plus y times cosine of xy all over e to the y cosine of x minus x cosine of xy, right? So this is dy over dx, right? Looks like we have exactly the same thing, right? Right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.